Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time. The last video we put out was made 2 weeks ago today. So, quite a while ago. It was raining, things were flooding. It only got worse from there. It kept flooding, the rain kept building up. We had to get pump offs out. We started pumping places off best we could. Water just kept rising. All these ditches that we have around us came up and backed up into our fields. We stopped up some pipes, you saw that. This time of year is really crucial for rice. It's the time when you want to fertilize it, keep it healthy, keep it growing, keep everything going good. And instead, the water went way too high on it. It got covered in some cases. It stressed it out. And it hurt it really bad. It weakened the plant. Some cases it killed the plant. Just a really bad deal. So that's why I haven't been videoing. Not because it's bad or whatever. Just because I haven't had the time. I've been super busy. Haven't been able to get out and video. Just been busy working, hauling fuel to tractors, pump offs, and all this stuff. So we're back for another video. We're gonna show you, I'm gonna try to get out and show you some of the damage to the fields. It's pretty bad. There's in no way is our crop pretty at this point. It's just a mess, and it's gonna be a lot worse than what we expected. But we've got a couple groups coming to actually see some fields in the this week actually. So I'm gonna try to do some cleanup around the shop, make things look nicer. We're moving rice right now. I'm sitting here moving rice. We've been moving rice for a couple weeks. Omar and Emilio usually take care of that while the rest of us have been pumping off water the past couple weeks. So that's what's going on in this video. I'm sorry it's been a while. Sorry I didn't get to show you more of the flood, but it's been a rough couple weeks. We're trying to get our feet back under us and figure out what we need to do to all these fields. So stick around. Alright, so I just leaving the house after lunch. I tried to show you the damage on the rice like 4 different times, and every time I put a battery in, it was dead. So I guess that's just a product of not making videos the past couple weeks. I haven't had everything charged. Anyway, I'm gonna go start up a pump for Dad that's way back in the woods. And then I am going to show you a little bit of the rice damage. And then I'm going to get on my shop cleaning, straightening up project. But I'm going to go show you this rice that's damaged finally, now that I have a charged battery. And I also took some drone footage a while ago. I'm going to put that in here and show you from the air. I honestly didn't realize just how bad the crop looks until I got the drone up in the air. It looks absolutely terrible from the air. Even the stuff that's I would categorize as the better looking stuff of the older rice anyway. The younger rice I think has a chance to make it, and we have, I don't know, 4 or 5 fields that didn't get too bad that still look pretty good. But overall, it's not going to be the same as it would have been if it hadn't flooded. And we're going to have some serious yield issues, some weed pressure issues, it just brings on a host of other problems when you get a flood like this late in the season. Alright, just got back here to this pump that's back in the woods. Show you something here, might give you a little idea of how flooded it was. I don't know if you can see or not, but this is one of the ditches. We call it Big Ditch. It's just a drainage ditch that runs through a lot of our farm. And if you look here, down in there, that water in there would have been way up high. All up, you can see the watermark down here on the pump and everything. It was way up in here in this area. So Water's gone down significantly in the past couple of days, over the past week, especially the past couple of days, and it was really high. You can see the water marks on some of those leaves and stuff even. It was way up there. So I'm gonna get down here and try not to fall, start this pump up, and get out of here. I have to have both hands for this. I was standing there in front of that power unit and messing with the throttling it up and down, and a dirt dauber nest came off and hit the cooling fan and blew up in my face. All right, we're gonna go try to walk out in one of these fields over here, but this is by no means the worst looking stuff we have, but I would say maybe the majority of our rice that was anywhere close to this age looks about like this, or maybe even a little bit worse. So what happened was it got flooded. It got too deep. Not all of it went completely underwater, but some of it did. And then it got really super hot, like 95 to 100 degrees every day for almost a week, which caused what we call scum, or it's a type of algae that grows on top of the water. It's very thick, it's very spongy. It just becomes a mat across the entire field, and it happens within a day, maybe 2 days. It can be completely covered. And what happens is the water was above the rice plant, and or halfway over the rice plant at least. And when that scum built up and the water started to fall, it actually brought some of the rice plants with them, some of the leaves with them, matted them to the ground, and made a big mess. And we don't know if that rice will come back out of that, if it will stand back up, or if it's just going to be laid down for the rest of the time. It's not going to grow, if it's going to die, what's going to happen. So this is one of the fields right here, and it's pretty bad. All right, so as you can see, the water was high up on the plant, you know, up to here. So, and what that did is it caused some of the leaves to die. You can see the brown color. You can see right here, these leaves are just completely dead, crumbly. And that's what was underneath the water for such a long period of time, and the heat kind of scalded it and steamed it. And so you're left with this, and you can see the scum there too. This is some of it right here. This is what grows on the field and causes us a lot of problems. It causes us even more problems on a field that's really small. That mat goes down over the top of it, and then it causes all of that to hold the little rice down and keeps it from being able to come up. So that's what we got here. And you know, I think some of this is going to be okay. Most of this is going to be okay. It's just not going to be near as thick, as pretty, or as good yielding as it was before. You can see how this plant here, you can see the water line is way up here. And the water line on a plant of rice this tall should never be near that high. It should actually be something like, you know, right here, at the most a couple of inches tall on the water, because rice does grow in water, but it does not in any way grow in a foot or more of water. So that's the damage that we see. I'll throw in some of this drone video for you to see what it looks like from the air, because it looks green out across there right now. But if you get up above it, it looks just like this spot here, very patchy and very ugly. So hopefully it's gonna be okay, but the flood has certainly damaged our crop this year, and all we can do is pray and hope that it recovers so that we can make a good crop, because it's too late to replant, and all we can do is take care of it the best we can. Alright, now that we're done with the depressing flood tour, Papa told me I need to meet him over in Snake Island. He's putting in some plastic pipes connecting a canal, or as Papa calls it, a canal, which I tell him is wrong, but he says no, it's right, so you can decide for yourself on that. But we gotta go put a pipe in there to let water flow from one side to the other. I believe it's a metal pipe in there and it's crushed, or something's wrong with it, it's not flowing right. At some point today, probably not, I will get to what I actually set out to do today, which was weed eat and clean around the shop for the people that are coming Thursday. So nothing ever goes as planned, but that's just part of farming. Okay, so I just caught up with Pawpaw here on the road. He's carrying those big long pipes across the forks on the backhoe down the road to what we call Snake Island over here. And just in case y'all were wondering, it's not easy to carry those pipes down the road like that. They bounce and shake, and you got to get around people's mailboxes and stuff. So I don't know, when it comes to backhoe work, Pawpaw is kind of a bad I don't think I can say bad on here. I'm just gonna have Elena bleep out every time I say like right then. Thank you, Elena. And anyway, you get the point. Pawpaw's really good with the backhoe going down the road. He's good with the backhoe digging. He's good with the he's just good with the backhoe. He's the backhoe master. Anyway, we're taking the pipes over here, and I believe, from what I understand, we don't need both pipes put together, but we need like 1.5. So we're gonna take the pipe, put it in there, then cut the other one in half, then stick them together, and then it'll be the right length, or something like that. Okay, Pawpaw's digging the spot for the pipe right now across this levee here. I'm gonna show you. So we can pump water into this canal here, and then we can let it into this field through the pipe. And I don't know, there's a pipe on the other side, but I think there's an issue with it, so we're just putting a new one in right here. All right, so in this case, this levee's really wide, really deep. So a lot of cases our levees are skinny enough we just put one of these pieces of plastic pipe across. But in this situation we need two, so you know, they fit together. They have a big end with a seal in it like this. And then they have the other end is beveled where it fits into that seal. So you can, you know, put them together endlessly if you wanted to. We're just gonna put two together, so we grease the inside of the bevel on the one. Pawpaw just put in the hole here and cover it up, and then we're gonna grab this one, put it in the hole too. So we put one pipe in there this way to for this pipe to go into, and he's gonna cover it up where it'll hold pressure on it. That way we can put this other pipe in and he can push on it to slide it up in there and seal the two together. Here we go with the second pipe. All right, pipe's in there. Well, we got to get the two stuck together just right. He's gonna try to stick it together with the backhoe maybe without me having to get down there, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need to get down in there, make it fit together right. Alright, I got in there, got it stuck together. Now he's just gonna fill it in. That's all he needs me for today. I'm gonna go back and see if I can get something else done. Alright, so it's almost 4 o'clock. I haven't done any of the things I said I was gonna do at the beginning of the day to you, but we have gotten some things done, some productive stuff. That's what happens on a farm most of the time. You end up, you know, not doing what you plan on doing just because that's the way it goes. There's so many different things, so many different moving parts. That's just how it works. I'm not going home yet, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot more interesting going on with me today. So thanks for watching. I'm glad to be back doing videos again. just got super busy the past couple weeks with getting the water off the rice, and trying to keep things, keep the damage to a minimum as best we could, and just make things, it was just a constant grind, work every day, busy stuff, hard to video, hard to get content. So we're back. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, let us know what you think in the comments, and we will be back for a video very soon, because we're back. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.